Things are just absolutely popping on the UT campus right now. Spring practice has fired back up. It's good to see the men of Team 118 out there getting ready to beat up on the likes of Oklahoma, Alabama, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, you know, all the big names. Although Carolina to me is still not a big name. They are on our schedule, so we must destroy them. Oh, and I've tried for 3 fucking days now to upload a video about a couple of pet peeves of mine. So, I am at Golden Corral last night, about a third of the way into a spectacular meal of honey baked ham, rice, green beans, boiled potatoes, and of course those lovely yeast rolls that you're not supposed to have. And like I said, I'm about a third of the way in, really enjoying that shit. Looking forward to maybe even rewarding myself with some dessert. When all of a sudden this bitch about 6 feet away from me pulls a napkin out of the dispenser, puts it up to her face, and blows her goddamn nose. Now, I'm not talking one of those. It's not a blow dryer, good, clean, dry blow. I'm talking this was like blowing chunks out of her fucking brain. Needless to say, that fucking ruined that meal. The other thing was like 90-year-old driver, 80, 90-year-old drivers that drive 30 miles an hour in the 45 and 50 and 55 mile an hour zone. Look, I know old people have shit to do just like we do. I'm an old people to some of you guys. But there needs to be an age limit at which point they retest these old people and put them out there on the freeway, put them somewhere where the driver has control too, you know, and test these fucking people. Because if you can't drive and keep up with the flow of traffic, that causes road rage, it causes a slowdown, and it causes people like me with a bad heart to get pissed off. And anyway, I digress. You just die. So yeah, there's that. And our basketball team is absolutely stomping everything in their path right now. But it's now tournament season, so recent history dictates that the one and dones are just around the corner. I believe they can fly. I believe this team is going to be different. I think they have hit their stride. I think they're tired of people like me talking shit about them all year. And I think Konzo's tired of everybody talking shit about him, all the Bruce Pearl talk. I think this team has a major chip on its shoulder, and it's going to go out there and it's going to win, I don't know, 1 playoff game. Or they might win a bunch. I mean, Barton has been on fire, and when Barton is on fire, this team is unstoppable. And that even goes for the likes of Florida. I think as good as Florida is this year, and they are a Final Four pick for me, I think they have a legit chance to win the national championship. There's, I don't know, 4 or 5 teams that have that legit chance. It's too hard to pick one. It's a crapshoot. But even as good as Florida is, going 18-0 for the first time in SEC history, not the first time a team has gone undefeated in SEC play, mind you, just the first time somebody's gone 18-0. But anyway, playing like we are right now, I think we could play with Florida and potentially even, you know, luck up and beat them. We proved that in Knoxville when we stayed with them till the last 5 minutes, and that was without Barton playing like a true point guard. The Lady Vols. I never talk much about the Lady Vols because I'm just not a big Lady Vol enthusiast like a lot of Tennessee fans. That's kind of a lot of Tennessee fans' crutch team. They fall back on the Lady Vols when all else fails. I am not like that. I try to fall back on all the others because to me that's a pussy move, falling back on a team that has been great forever. I mean, it's nice to have a team in your corner that's great and always great. But let's face it, since UConn got good, you know, things haven't been the same for the Lady Vols or the SEC. I think it's been 6 years maybe since the SEC has had a Final Four team in women's basketball. But that could change between Tennessee and South Carolina and maybe Kentucky. We'll see. Baseball. Rolling right along. already won half as many games, actually more than half as many games as they won all last season. Coming into this weekend, the team was 12-0. So Cattle Dog, we've got Arizona State hosting Tennessee in baseball. We got a bet on this. I don't know what, but we got to make a bet. It's at your ballpark, which gives you a distinct advantage, but I don't think it's going to matter this year. So we'll figure it out. Go VOLS. The rest of y'all can basically go screw yourselves. And Oklahoma fans, feel free to take me lightly. Feel free to take all the Tennessee fans lightly because we're down, but I'm telling you, you guys are not going to walk the dog like you think you're going to. People like Oni Kuno think just because they're Oklahoma, just because they stomped Alabama in a meaningless game, that Tennessee's going to come limping into Norman and get the hell beat out of them. We know that'll probably be the consensus thought the week of that game. But I say let's roll the dice out there on the table and see what numbers pop up. Bitches. Go VOLS. We'll talk to you soon.